from PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you play your games with cards or dice or boards or controllers, or, however you like to play, even if you say games, no, and I prefer not to play any games. That's a valid playing no games is a valid choice. Or not having games and just not into it right now or, always, whatever it is. Those are all valid choices. Tonight we'll be listening to some friends playing a game in the world of friendship, but don't worry, you could sleep to it or chill out to it. Because it's almost time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that's here to put you to sleep by keeping you company and taking your mind off of stuff. It's a silly, silly show, and I'm so glad you're here. Regular listeners, welcome back. If you're new, I really am glad you're here, and I really hope this podcast can help you. It is an acquired taste podcast. It's just very different. And that doesn't mean you can't acquire it. It doesn't mean you have to either. Just give it a few tries and see how it goes. Just because this podcast is so different. And the way it works is I just tell you a little bit of, I'll tell you the structure of the show. I ease you into bedtime, and then I tell you a story later on. And I keep you company because the reason I make the show is, one, I've been there. I have trouble sleeping on and off my whole life. So I know how it feels, and I want to help, and I really know how it feels. That's why I'm here, to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff in the deep, dark night. So you say, hey, I got a friend in the deep, dark night, a bore friend, he's a little bit of an oddball, but he's there to keep me company. And I didn't like it at first, but I gave it a few tries, and now I realize I was looking for, this is what I've been looking for. It's like a TV on in another room, or a calm party down the street that you're not invested in. Like a sound, the good sounds of water, not the ones where you're like, is that, whatever, that you're like, is that dripping? What is that going on? Or, you know what I mean? Nice water sounds, nice consistent ones. Water, take a hint. Keep it consistent between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. I know that's not in your nature. I'm just I'm kind of joking. Water, please don't, please understand. That wasn't passive aggressive. Maybe it was. I don't know. Water, we got something in common. I'm like something like you make up a majority of the planet, and I'm made up of mostly water. So I shouldn't have said it, water. I shouldn't have said anything about you. I apologize. You're correct. But also, I'm trying to open a sleep podcast. To let you know, not only are you not alone in the deep, dark night, but you deserve a good night's sleep. Now, structurally, the show's different, so let me just tell you really quick, and then I'll re-explain it later. Show starts off with a greeting. That's where we're at now. Then there's support, so the show can be free. And there's 600 ad-supported shows in the feed ready to go, so you can pick and choose from those as well. After that is a long, meandering intro, which is a show within a show, meant to ease you into bedtime, kind of like a cool down act instead of it's a warming, cooling act to ease you into bedtime as you get ready for bed or as you're getting comfortable. That's like 15, 20 minutes. Then there's support. Then there'll be a bedtime story, journey into our world of friends. And that'll be nice, whether you're listening or you're sleeping through it. So I'm so glad you're here. Give it a few tries, see how it goes. I appreciate it. And, these sponsors are what enable us to do this for free twice a week. All right, everybody, you've probably been hearing me talk about the amazing stuff we got going at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. All the feeds, and particularly people have been interested in the story-only feeds and then the ad-free feed, full episodes without the ads and the thank yous. But, some people just aren't, I understand, that's why we love making this ad-supported show. But if you're looking for those story-only episodes, or you say, I'd prefer ad-free experience, no supporter zone, no thank yous at the end, but I just can't financially. I'm not in a position to support the podcast. Don't worry. We got you covered. You could sign up at our referral program, sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. You get your own special link and you share that link on social media or share it with people. And as people sign up to listen to the free podcast, you get credit and you can earn 3 months, you can earn 6 months, you can earn 12 months of ad-free episodes and story-only episodes. And this is happening every single week. Somebody is climbing up there, and I've had multiple people earn 6 months just in the past couple weeks. And what's successful is just not spamming, just sharing what you love about the podcast. You got to share a few times, how you found the podcast, what your favorite episodes are. People are making playlists on their different apps and sharing them if the app allows sharing playlists, and then sharing their link with it and saying, hey, this is the podcast that helps me fall asleep. Hey, this is my favorite episode. So yeah, if you're looking for those story-only shows, or you prefer ad-free experience, but you prefer to just do a little elbow greasing instead of paying for it, that's great. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. That's REFER. Sign up and join all those people getting that sweet, sweet Sleep With Me Plus. So check it out. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it is time for the Sleepy Supporter Zone. This is one part of the podcast that we need you to hear. It's where I pop my peas, if you please. I thank the listeners who supported our sponsors, because I know so many of you get so much out of this ad-supported feed that is free to everybody. So you might want to do a finger clap along, since you're maybe already in bed or winding down. And I want to thank Donna, who used our link, sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones, used Sleep With Me at checkout, got that discount, got some sleep phones. I'm not sure if Donna got the Sleep With Me branded sleep phones or not, but either way, you're going to be happy. Most comfortable way to listen to Sleep With Me are those sleep phones. Thank you, Donna. All right, if you want to be on, if you want to hear, would you love to hear your name here on the Sleepy Supporter Zone? Support a sponsor, take a free trial, take that Helix quiz, and then let the sponsor know about it. Tag them, tag me on social media is the best way, because then they say, wow, people really love this podcast. We really do get a lot out of supporting Sleep With Me. It is important to people. That's what your action does. And then they stick around and everybody gets to benefit by you. That's why I take the time to thank people, and I do it in an excited way so I can be here for you for free. So tag the sponsor, tag me, fill out the form at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. Thanks, everybody. The second part of the Sleepy Supporter Zone is you getting the support you need right now. There's links to resources, including international resources that you could connect with, including right now. It's also about being a part of a community, being a part of positive change. It's not just saying Black Lives Matter. It's not just saying stop AAPI. It's not just saying support Ukraine. It's taking action, learning more, and then taking action. And if you listen to these, I heard about Hand in Hand from RBG. It was one of her favorite charities. And it's never been a more important time to support organizations like Hand in Hand right now. It started with only 50 children in 1998, and Hand in Hand now has 6 campuses and thousands of Jewish and Arab students. And Hand in Hand's motto is partnership is the only way forward. Together we learn, together we hurt, together we support. And you could support Hand in Hand. You could use the link in our resources or go to handinhandk12.org to support the work they're doing. Because if you're listening to this, you know how important that work is. Also, there's other organizations we're supporting in our show notes, so use those links, and be a part of. Let me know about it. Thank you so much. Mystery Bard, a lot of people work really hard on this show. Who are they?
Poster son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at JonathanMann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Hannah like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks Thanks, Mr. Bart. Don't forget, we've launched Sleep With Me Plus by the time you're hearing this. And if you're not in a position to support the show and you don't want to miss out on Sleep With Me Plus and all it has to offer, sign up for our referral program. And as you refer people to the program, you could get access to Sleep With Me Plus to ad-free episodes and story-only episodes. And you could do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. That's REFER. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer, or use the link in our show notes. What do you say we slow it down and get on with the show? Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it the bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever is keeping you awake, whether it's thoughts, things on your mind that you're thinking about the past, the present, the future, thoughts, trying to I'm always trying to figure stuff out. Most of my figuring is done figuratively running around. If I with my hands waving above my head, so bumping into other versions of myself, then running around, probably making loud noises, and if some calm version of me say, what's going on here? Well, we're trying to figure some stuff out. What are you figuring out? What are we going to have for lunch? Okay. We'll see. Okay. And then I just would pat everybody on the back. My calmer, wiser version of myself was so wise, it has no wisdom. So it could be thoughts, it could be feelings, because when I'm running around like that, trying to figure stuff out, I usually have some feelings too. And a lot of times I have feelings before, after, and during. I even have feelings right now, unrelated to recording the podcast. But I try to remind myself I'm here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff. And that helps me be grounded. Hopefully it helps you. Say, yeah, you got feelings. There's no denying it. Could be keeping you awake. That's what I want you to know. That's why I'm here. So thoughts, feelings, physical sensations that are impacting you in your sleep. It could be changes in time, temperature, routine, schedule. You could work a different shift. You could be on a trip. You could have guests coming. Whatever it is, the reason I go through all that stuff is to let you know you're not alone in the deep, dark night, that I'm here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff, and that you deserve a good night's sleep. I run through all that stuff because it feels for a lot of us lonely in the deep, dark night, or we just feel like, hey, what am I going to do? I got to deal with this on my own. Not anymore. If this show works for you, you don't have to deal with sleepless nights on your own anymore. Now, I'm here in a unique role. I'm not really here to solve anything, fix anything, or change anything other than the fact to say I'll be here to tell you a story and take your mind off of the stuff that's keeping you awake. And you could just give your attention over to me or part of it and say, okay, I could kind of listen, but you don't have to give me all your attention. You don't even have to pay, you don't have to remember anything. I'm here for you to keep you company. One, because I can relate to how it feels during the day, which it comes up at night. And, I know it's not pleasant. Not only that, not only do I know how it feels, I might not be going through the same thing you're going through. I might not have ever been through it. I can probably relate to how it feels, but even if I can't, there is someone listening right now who can relate to how you feel. And who agrees with me that you deserve a bedtime you could get the rest you need so your life's more manageable, that knows that it's tough or difficult or however you want to define it. They're nodding their head with your thoughts, not my words, with how you're feeling. They are nodding their head and leaning in, saying, glad you're here. Those listeners who are just like you are saying, I really hope this podcast can help you out because it's helped me out. Because I've heard their stories, right? That's why the show is so important to me, because you really do deserve a bedtime you don't have to dread, that you could look forward to or feel neutral about, and eventually you get the sleep you need. You're out there flourishing in the world, and our world's a better place, right? Your world's a better place. It really does impact everyone. And that's not to say it should or you have to be better tomorrow or any of that nonsense. Just says, hey, you deserve some rest. So hopefully this is a place where you could settle down. Even if it's at a distance and you say, I'm not so sure I want to settle down. You say, okay, I could check that out. And what I'll do here is I'll send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'll use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, and superfluous tangents. So that means I'm going to go off topic. I'm going to get mixed up, which I've already done. I'll forget what I was saying. Then I'll elaborate on something that doesn't make any sense. My voice is not traditionally soothing. All that stuff adds up to a distraction you don't really have to listen to. This is a podcast you kind of barely listen to. It's more than background noise, but it's not much more than background noise. And there are people who listen to me just as background noise, just at a mumble. But it's more like something, if you were waiting for paint to dry and you said, hey, I need something to listen to while I wait for this paint to dry. And yeah, I'll probably be scrolling through my phone or whatever. The idea of not listening, it's something that we feel like during the day, it has a different flavor to it, right? Even like certain movies that I've watched when I've been using my phone or shows that maybe somebody else was like, hey, I'm into this movie. You want to watch it together? So yeah, I'm just going to do my, Spanish and, do some little research while I'm watching the movie. Like I didn't really watch the movie, right? I only kind of barely watched it. And they might ask a question about it or say, well, or I might even have some forlorn feelings. Maybe I wish I watched it. Well, no forlorn feelings with Sleep With Me. You don't need to pay attention unless you want to or need to, or on occasion you do, because I'm here to keep you company. And the other ironic, I don't know if it's ironic or paradoxical, I'm not here to put you to sleep, but I'm here to keep you company while you fall asleep, to take your mind off of stuff, to misdirect your thoughts over here, and to just be a presence that you could kind of pay attention to. I'm here to be your boyfriend, your boy-bae, your boy-sib, your boy-bud, your boy-best, your neighbor, your boy-bur, your boy-bee, your boys, your boy-bruh, your boyfriend. I'm here to provide you a service, but there's no pressure to fall asleep with this service. I'm here to keep you company whether you're awake or asleep. The shows are over an hour, so you say, oh, I got plenty of time to drift off. And there's people who listen during the day when they need a break, or people who listen who can't sleep at all. So I'm here to the very end, whether you're awake or asleep. That's kind of what works about the show, is I'm here, whether you're listening to me or not, or whether you might need to listen to me later. So that's important to point out. Most people get to the show and they're skeptical or doubtful because you're right. That's a normal way to get to any podcast, but particularly one to put you to sleep because you probably tried a bunch of different stuff. Maybe a couple people told you about this show. Maybe you found it when you were searching for something to help you sleep, and your expectation was probably something and someone more reasonable and a little bit like different structure, right? But what works about the show is the fact that once you get over those expectations, you say, oh, okay, when's the bedtime story stuff start? Well, it's a process and it's already kind of going. Well, when are you going to get to the point? One day I'll get to the point. Mostly I'll meander around the point. So, it's a podcast you just barely listen to. It doesn't put you to sleep. It's more here to be there while you fall asleep or in case you need it, like in the middle of the night. Or there are people who listen, mostly the people who subscribe as a paid subscriber to the show who listen all night and let the show run all night long. Or there's like my dog, Koa. And now I don't do this all the time anymore. She went through a little phase where she had enough of the podcast, but would you believe that? But I used to just play it for her, like episode after episode after episode. So, I guess that's, I don't know what my point is about that, but, people listen on and on and on. It just takes some getting used to. So if you're skeptical or doubtful, give the show a few tries. And then if you discover you don't like the show, I have a website set up, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. It has other sleep podcasts and stuff on there. So you could check those out. Maybe one of those will be what works for you, because those are all a little bit different than Sleep With Me. So if you're doubtful or skeptical, that's normal. Okay, so podcasts you don't listen to doesn't put you to sleep. Oh, structure of the show is also different. And that gets some people upset because, again, your expectation is that this will follow a normal structure of something familiar. And it does follow a very intentional structure that I've just found over the years works for the most people it works for. But there are ways to shift how the show is structured if you decide you're a regular listener and you want to experience it a little bit differently. But let me just explain how, like, a lot of people listen to the show and then how you could adjust it. So the show starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And then I say something silly and welcoming. So you say, hey, I might check that show out. Or, oh, there's my boyfriend back again. I'm glad I'm in the right place. So you feel seen and welcomed in. So just in case for some reason that part doesn't work for you, there are subscribers who listen to story-only versions. Or if like any of the theme music or the credits music doesn't work for you, that's why people subscribe and listen to story-only episodes. But for most people, they like that. They say, okay, like, but it's okay if you don't. I'm just saying, okay, so that's the greeting. Then there's support. So the ad-supported shows, ad-supported. It's free. And you can just check out the sponsors or whatever. But that's how most people, they say, great, there's 600 free episodes for me to listen to. And then there's an intro, which is separate from the support. And again, if you don't like the support, there's also full episodes that subscribers get. So if you're looking for ad-free experience, or you can earn them through our referral program. So there's that. Then there's so the support. Then there's a long meandering intro, which is about 15 minutes long. It's separate from the support. It's a show within a show. You really don't want to miss out on them because everyone follows a familiar structure, but is different every time. And the reason it does that is, one, I believe that whatever's keeping us awake can adjust. So if I just put out the same intro, it would save me a ton of time and money, but it wouldn't work because, one, it wouldn't be fun. A lot of the intros have unexpected fun in there where I get distracted by something strange or silly. They would be predictable. This way, it feels familiar, but it's different every time, so you can't quite adjust. And the intro is not really meant to put you to sleep. So if you fall asleep during the intro, that's great. But for most people, the intro eases them into bedtime, or they listen while they're doing their wind down or getting ready for bed activities, or they're in bed getting comfortable. So the intro does not necessarily put everybody to sleep. It only puts a small percentage of people to sleep. And again, if you don't like the intros, there's ways to skip them. But there's a lot of people who subscribe to the show to listen to all intro episodes. So there's just a couple ways you could listen, but for most people, the intro is part of their wind down. And that's really what's worked for me the best most of the time is having a wind down routine. So I strongly recommend trying it out, whatever other chill activities you could be doing or getting ready for bed. Or, just getting in bed, getting comfortable and starting to relax. Then there's support again. Then there's our bedtime story, which will be a journey into the world of Friends, where we'll journey into a world of friends playing a role-playing game. I don't know if they're playing it anymore, but they're friends and they're journeying into the world of Friends. So that's that. And then there'll be some thank yous at the end. And that's just the structure of the show of what, I don't know, it's cool with podcasting that you could put something out one way and then some people could start the show 20 or 30 minutes. Some people can use a sleep timer. Some people slow the show down. Some people listen during the day and speed the show up. But that way, the majority of people can listen to the show like they like to every night linearly. But then if you want to adjust, there's a bunch of different ways you can adjust and we can customize it. So that's the structure of the show. That's why I make the show. I think that's it. I'm really glad you're here. I work really hard. So do a team of people because we yearn and we strive to help you fall asleep, to keep you company and break through that loneliness, to help you feel seen and welcomed and say, okay, at least I got my imperfect boar friend who's like, I recognize their humanity and that they're a human being too. They have this, they're frail. Scoots is frail. And boy, does he AIL, he doesn't like, he's not, he's doing his best too. There's somebody out there doing their best too, and they're going to keep me company. So I hope the show can help. Thanks again for coming by. And here's a couple of ways we're able to do it for you for free twice a week. Sleep With Me is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate. Then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. All right, everybody, this is Scooter here. Welcome to our episodically modular series. I was going to say Nuns in Space. I said, no, it's Make Great Pets. It's Journey into the World of Friends is the series we do here, and it's a journey into the world of friends. It's a tale of friends journeying into a world of role-playing and adventure. It's episodically modular. It means you can listen to it in any order. This happens to be the 11th episode, but I think the 12th episode, because I think there'll be a bonus. But see, I don't even know. It's so episodically modular, but there'll have been like a seasonal special. So this would be somewhere between the 12th and the 13th episode, or it could be, I don't know. It's episodically modular, man. But the characters are going to catch us up anyway. It's just a lulling, fun story of a group of friends. They were designing a role-playing game or a campaign or adventure. Then they became a part of the adventure, and now they're adventuring in the world of friends, which they've journeyed into. And you know who journeys here every week, every other week when we record this? The journeyman announcer. I mean, he's passed beyond journeyman. What game was that where you wanted to become like, those were the 3 levels. I wonder what that was. I don't know. It was a role-playing game, video game. And you would strive to go up. That would be your next level up. And then you become whatever, I don't know what becomes, apprentice, journeyman, and then whatever, expert or something. Well, anyway, his expertise is in making great intros to a sleep podcast, also driving all the way from Los Angeles or wherever he may be staying at the time and flying, if needed, is our Hollywood announcer, Mr. Antonio Banderas. As the friends beyond the binary, he said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for a journey into the world of friends. Wow, that was everything at once. Thanks, Antonio. Now, Antonio just happened to arrive on a monumentous day where we could play a game together. A used game I bought that I've talked about on the podcast for years. I finally found a reasonably priced one with reasonably priced shipping. So we're going to sit down. If you can remain quiet for the next hour and 30 minutes, without any twinkling of joy in your heart or any angels observing you and sighing, or any people from, beneath the earth looking at you and making creaking noises because, they have FOMO or whatever they have of you. They say, well, we know Antonio will never join us down here, but sure would be nice to have that smile, and probably would give angels FOMO. So we could play that game. Oh, What a Mountain is the game. Maybe I'll do an episode about it at some point in the future. But anyway, that's Mr. Antonio Banderas. I'm Scooter, and this is a journey into the world of friends. Take it away. Okay, we're just waking up here. So, I'm just still waking up. This is Zell. And does anybody want to review where we are, what's happening, where we're going? No? Okay, I'll take it then. I'm Zell. I'm, strong of arms. Once upon a time when Lord Von Chill would call me a working class warrior. So I'm, warrior of our party. And, I'm happy to be here. We've got our someone with nimble fingers who's fleet of foot, who has stealth and is honest about how she feels. Granada of Darmok, at her side, another warrior, but a warrior who prefers to be known as their grace or your grace. He doesn't say grace, but he is at one point he was my grace. But those days have passed, and that's Lord Von Chill. We also have our magic user, Wada. And then, of course, our healer, our Florentian nurse, believes in the three Florences, like Eleanor. And we're somewhere in a room beneath the handy halls, or in the handy halls of the Land of Leisure, in the midst of an adventure, underneath the attraction, Journey into the World of Friends, or World of Friends. And I think once upon a time it was known as Journey into the World of Friends. It was a boat-based attraction in the before time, when the Land of Leisure was known as a theme park within the area of Florida. And people would come and ride the boat and listen to the soundtrack, which we kind of replicated recently. Welcome to the World of Friends, and talks about friendship, and it showed plush-like friends from around the world, celebrating friendship and participating in friendship activities that friends do together, and represent friendship metaphorically. Kind of, not everybody that is in a band is necessarily, anyway, that's a quibble. Friends quibble, though. So we we're beneath this attraction. Who are we? We're a party of adventurers. I cover what are we here for? We're here to stop Vidu. Vidu, a dragon-based being, we believe, or a magic user, very, very powerful, but in contact with something much, much more powerful than even Vidu. Maybe power beyond our imagination. We were sent here by the Baron of the Boil, the current leader of Florida. The Baron of the Boil restored the free flow water to Florida, and that was essential for us and all the things we believe in a lot of our motivations. And that's how Baron of the Boil became the leader of Florida. But Vidu, who happens to be a foundling, and the Baron of the Boil's son, her son, have taken over this attraction and are working. They stopped the free flow water. And that was, reason enough to send us on an adventure. But as we've learned, and as maybe we learned before from our different places we represent, it wasn't just about the free flow water and reestablishing that free flow water, and also reestablishing the Baron of the Boil's control over the free flow water. Those, like the surface level of task at hand that we have not accomplished. But the reason Vidu is stop the free flow water is Vidul's excavating a portal, which in an imaginary adventure we had once upon a time is somehow goes to another world or another dimension, but also has created life within this theme park by becoming a well. I think the portal may be. We don't understand. It's a portal beyond my understanding. May not even be a portal. And also is a well for people that instead of going to another post-earthly existence, the best we can understand it is, so this may only be a theory that's proved incorrect, but it's our working theory at this time, is that That's how life, like these attractions have come to be fully sentient and alive, is something about this portal also acts as a well for post-earthly beings, essences, not their consciousness, though, as far as we could tell. But their essence has also given life to all of the beings within this attraction that we've encountered that have had sentience, which is a lot of them or all of them. Now, they were, Vidu also somehow knew this or discovered that Vidul's using them as workers to unearth the well. The well is currently underwater and rock, and Vidul's trying to block the, divert the water fully and then excavate all the rocks. So that's what's happening. So we were tasked with stopping Vidu. And eventually we got to this room, which was the security office for this part of the park or this attraction and beyond. And we realized that even though we thought we were adventuring and were very close to getting an upper hand with Vidul, that we were really, Vidul had led us here and sealed us in this office, actually, with a fake portal to our home world, because, let's just pretend we're just adventurers, right? We don't but a portal to a world, our home worlds, which wasn't really a portal at all, but, like a place, like a surprise that was not so nice. So here we are in the security office. We were sealed in, and also there's 2 security bots we had to deal with. A third security bot seems to have gained some sentience or been reprogrammed by Mary Bear. And with the help of that security bot, we disabled the other 2 security bots and realized that we could unlock the security room if we could sing the lyrics from the song, the lead song of the attraction. So we overrode the locks and opened the door. Then we rested. We also blocked Vidul from observing us. And now our plan is, I guess, to wait for Vidul's. We went over this briefly, but surprise, Vidul's, sooner or later, Vidul will wonder why Vidul can't check in on us and send somebody to check. And we'll surprise them and maybe get on their outfits. Is that the general plan, or get information from them? Yeah, everybody's nodding their heads, except for one thing. And I'm listening. I'm looking at all your faces, and I know that that plan might not work because Vidul's had us basically on a rail. I think someone said that in their sleep. They said, "Remember when we played games?" And they used to be games where you were on a rail, but you thought you were on an adventure. And I said, I'm not familiar with that, but I'm familiar. I understand the concept. So Vidul's led us here. And it's tough to know if Vidul's in contact with some mist-based dragon being. Does Vidul just predicting or guiding us, like giving us limited choices where either if we choose A or B, it eventually leads to D. So I'm just wondering if we go through with this plan, would Vidul, like if we had A or B, right? We're stuck in the security room. That's A. B is we somehow figure out against all odds how to get out. That's A or B, I forgot. But, we did that. There had to be some percentage of, or C, we went to the portal. And I think we tried to make Vidul think we were going to go through the portal, or that was our original plan. So maybe we had the same plan, but I was rethinking things because I said, even that, like we should do something that Vidul, like something that's not a good idea. I think we should go back to only bad ideas. So does anybody have if we're going with only bad ideas, because we used to have no bad ideas. What about only bad ideas that can't possibly work out? Who's got bad ideas? Oh, Lord Von Chill. Yes, I never consider Lord Von Chill here. I mean, I never consider any of my ideas bad, but if you have to come up with the best bad ideas, I'm probably your person. So one, we could wait and just go along with Vidul's, keep ourselves under Vidul's care. We could seal ourselves back in the security room and do nothing. We could go through the portal. We could get some other manner where we just give up on our goals and we say, we're not going to do it anymore. We could go home and we could go back to camp at the train station. Go ahead, Granada. I think that's a really bad, I think those are bad ideas, but not bad enough. But I think the idea, or too bad, I think giving up on some way, I think Zell, you're right. Surprising Vidul's team is not going to work. This is WADA. So Vidul's cut off from this room, and the room is sealed. Is there a way we could keep the room sealed and keep Vidul cut off? So we're almost saying yes to one bad idea, even though we wouldn't be in here. Could we say yes to the bad idea? And go ahead, Eleanor. There was once something called Bad Idea Genes, but I don't remember too much about it. But I think I think we could probably work. What if we could talk to the security bot who's listening? Can you understand us? Security bot can. Maybe one of us could work while we're talking. Wada, maybe you could try to either use magic or see if there's any way to record audio to get the bot. We'll come back for the bot. So don't worry. Don't let the bot think we're leaving it for good. And we have that bot imitate Vidul. We set a countdown so the room is sealed permanently, or at least as far as we could tell, right? The singing part, we could still have work. Vidul's not going to know that. And then Vidul could check in, and the bot reports that maybe only by audio, so Vidul can't see anything. And the bot says, report, adventurers gone, big farmed in the sky, like that. Go ahead, Zell. That's great. Those are great. Those are good bad ideas. I don't think that's actually a bad idea, but I can see you took the bad idea and you added something on to it. I also am thinking, okay, so let's go with the idea of giving up, setting aside that we're adventurers, and maybe Lord Von Chill, maybe maybe you're the best brewer of bad ideas. What is giving up? If we weren't on an adventure, but it's kind of inconvenient for us to go home and we're going to give up right now, but not turn ourselves, we're actually giving up, but we're not turning ourselves over Vidul. What would that look like? Because Vidul, that would actually be a decent idea, because then we could fake, and try to turn the tables. Oh, yeah. So I'm glad I'm able to provide. Your grace is always here with bad ideas. So giving up without giving in. I would say, what if we do, we just slept, had a great night's sleep. What if we were to leave here and find a place to take a long break? That would be the worst possible. So we're in the middle of an adventure. Now we have an opportunity where our opposition, Vidul, thinks we're big farmed. And so as far as Vidul's plans would be, either we would come to Vidul or create some sort of, we'd either fake, either we would go to Vidul or we're already gone to the big farm. So just take a break, find a place, I'm thinking of ideal, now I can keep going on these bad ideas. No one, it's a bad idea, not getting any of your help. We could go to a place where, we could leave the attraction, but if we were going to stay in the attraction, what would be a really good place to take a long break? Like I say, you know what? We're not going to adventure anymore. We're just going to kick back. We're going to have some privacy, have some relaxation, maybe start some hobbies and say, okay, so you're in the middle of an adventure. You have one advantage. And then you're going to do some hobbies. Does anybody have a bad idea related to that? Yeah, this is Wada. What about with Fifi LaFew, the cat we helped with the holiday adventure? Oh yeah, Fifi LaFew. So we could go to the holiday lodge, even though it's not actually a lodge. That's a perfect place to take a break. It's got holiday lights. It's always a holiday in the holiday lodge. That's what we helped Fifi LaFew with. And anybody else? Eleanor? Yeah, I mean, I would love to see the Can Cats. You know, the Prancing Panthers. They had the Spinning Sables. Like, they were talking about doing a show. Tropping Tigresses, Corny Koala. So, yeah, let's start going there because we could, who's got, I'm looking at Zell, looking at the map. Yeah, we could easily get back there without being detected, probably. Wanda, how's it go? Okay, everything's set with the bot. I have promised the bot will return for it or someone will. And the bot also said that, it seems to understand, once we leave to close the door and only enable the backup password that we used and nothing else will work, whatever controls Vidu has will not work. And to report that it was damaged in our, face-off. So, yeah, we could start going. Everybody give you don't hug a bot, but everybody say number 5. Thanks for, keeping us alive. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, we're following you, Zell. Does Lord Venture, you have any more bad ideas? Well, I'd like to know how everything went, since we last left the friends. The friends and work could we... the friends, remember they started in that room, we had all that commotion. Maybe we could get them to kind of join, do our work for us. So this is a bad idea. We're on break. We're hanging in the holiday lodge. And the friends are having the adventure and doing our chores for us. Okay, that's an idea. Any other ideas outside of Lord Von Chill's idea? Because it kind of goes against everything I stand for as a working class warrior. So that's a really bad idea. Any other? Oh, go ahead, Eleanor. I think we should so if are we really leaning into this? Is there any opportunity for us to lie or to go against? That would go against the 3 Florences for me, or to yourself or to others, even though. Okay. Well, here comes, there's the entrance to the holiday lodge. Password, please. It says, hi, we're here to see Fifi LaFew. Oh, no, we don't need the password. We're the ones that constructed we gathered everything. Fifi sent us on an adventure it is Fifi. Yeah, Fifi, it's us. We're here. We'd like to be admitted to the holiday lodge. No, we don't have a password. Okay. Well, what do we want? Well, we just want to take a break and see, did you ever get the performances going? No. Did you do any, you did some rehearsing though. Oh, the holiday lodge is too small. Oh, the demand's very high for your performances. I know this is I'm trying to use my inside voice because I know we're right above the barracks where all the everybody rests. We had to sneak around a lot when we helped you with this, which we did a lot of work to help you. So I don't know if that's a password, but what we could do is just come in and hold on one second, Fifi. What about this? Ultimatums? How about this is a bad idea? Fifi, we're just going to come in and take all the decorations and if this, and then because we had, we didn't give them to you. We loaned them to you. Okay, now, thanks. Hey, Fifi LaFew. Yeah, this is my, okay, hi, We're sorry you didn't get to perform. Oh, you don't have a performance space. Eleanor, okay. Eleanor wanted to say something, but so I don't know. We're really we were. I wasn't telling the truth, about decorations. We weren't going to take them back. We were just looking to take a break and have all. We were thinking. We had this idea. We want to run it by you. What if you? How's things going with Vidul? Is it fine? It's not great, but it's not, can you also keep a secret that we're not here, right? I know you don't work directly with Vidul. Okay, well, here's the thing. We were thinking, we're on an adventure. We're trying to stop Vidul and restore free flow water, not flood the park, ideally. Though we heard, I can't confirm that the countdown hasn't been started, even though I'm only winking at my teammates because there's something in my eye, not because I'm breaking any ethical standards for adventurers, because there aren't any, and especially when it comes to bad ideas. So I honestly don't know. We didn't start it, but we're not really looking. We're wondering if you could. Get all the friends and then overthrow Vidul, and then you would control things. Isn't there enough of you? Not going to happen. Why isn't it going to happen? You don't, so wait a second. I'm sorry. Can you say that again? So you friends have decided that you're not friends of Vidul, but you're not going to do anything unfriendly to everybody that works for Vidul or Vidul. Unfriendly. How do you define unfriendly? No big farming or, so you're not going to do anything unfriendly. So you're like kind of like a pacifist, more or less. Well, that's bad. That's a bad idea, Fifi, in my opinion. But that's good. Normally I would be compelled to tell you what a bad idea that is. But now I'm here to say that's good. That's good. That's a good. I'm glad you're following through on that. And I think we're here to help you. Then, if you're not going to stop Vidul, you're just going to keep working with Vidul, as Vidul in return for having control of the attraction, and hope Vidul keeps Vidul's promises, huh? Okay, and you're saying, I'm trying to think the worst spot. Here, let me turn things over to Lord Von Chill, but let me get an understanding lay of the land here. So you have a bunch of great performances, but no place to perform them. We're going to be, we were thinking we wanted a long break, and you will only be friendly to Vidul's, everybody that works for Vidul and Vidul. All of the friends. There's no friend. What about Mary Bear? You can't speak for Mary Bear, but everybody else. Okay. Well, Lord Van Chill, what do you think? Listening to all that. Okay. Well, I'm thinking, believe it or not, I don't mean to brag, but this almost comes natural to me, these bad ideas. Almost like I just think of stuff and label it a bad idea. I don't know what that means about but here's my idea. I guess you could call it's a good idea. Don't worry, Fifi. I'm only saying bad idea. It's a new thing we're saying. But when I listened to all that, I was struck with this idea. Okay, so we have the barracks down there, right? And we have the friends up here and working down there, and also all of Vidul's team, which they come and go depending on their shifts. And some of them are, they're different based beings. And they tend to be loud, but they tend to be pretty tired from work when they consume a lot of ale, it seems like, and other things. Here's the thing, all the toys, we were only able to make this small holiday lodge, right? And it seems like it's a disappointment because it's not big enough to have performances in. What if we took the barracks, and not us, but because we can't go down, we can't be seen at this time at least. But what if we took the barracks and made it into a friendly place for everybody. But but kind of like people that were working for Vidu. I mean, I don't want to speak for Zell, but, myself, I spent a lot of time on the road. You don't get just to be born into a family and be called Lord Von Chill. I mean, you do, in my case, but then you have expectations foisted upon you, and you go out in the world and you try to prove those, with your good ideas. So I spent a lot of time around a lot of working class warriors and, people like me with a little shinier armor on them. And, I've learned a few things, and there's a lot of steam of getting blown off by the troops, even when you're tired. And some of the best leaders that I've encountered have, tried to find a way to keep that in balance. It seems like Vidu works on, if you're tired and you have some ale, you'll go to sleep, and, keeping people on a tight schedule. But what would be a worse idea is if they had rewarded, for all their hard work at, trying to disrupt the free flow of water and unearth some power greater than all of our understandings. Maybe they earned some relaxation and shows at the end of the day. And some, and the friends who love performing have an audience to perform, because I'm sure parts of you deep down, Fifi LaFou, Fifi LaFleur, I can't say it. I'm bad at speaking too. LaFleur, yes. What if you put on shows? Then it's a win. It's a terrible idea. It's a good idea, but for what we need, it doesn't help us at all. So it only helps you be friendly. You give the gift of performance. They get a performance. They get something that feels like a party place. You know what I'm saying? Can cats. Who can't get, we were talking about on the way here. The spinning sables. There's other, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to get right on it. Okay. So so we'll just be here in the Holiday Lounge. We'll be hanging in the Holiday Lounge. We could observe. You really think? Oh, bye, Fifi. Interesting. So looks like that plan is going somewhere. Everybody, no one or my bad ideas are pretty good, huh? Yeah, this is Lord Von Chill. That bad idea was effective. Okay, so it looks like what we could do is, what if we just, I don't know if we can do this. It used to be, there was ways to pass time where it would pass quicker. Like a sleeping or whatever while they get everything set up. Probably only take Fifi. Oh, yeah, they're already working on stuff and talking to some of Vidul's team. What if we take shifts watching and resting, but do that thing where time passes? Can you weave one of those spells, Wada? I'm weaving it right now. So everybody, I'll just count to 10, and then it'll be about 2.5 days have passed, which still should give us time, in case you weren't lying about the countdown. Well, I was lying, but I could have been accidentally telling the truth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, whoa, there's just a show finishing up down there. And, there's a lot of applause. It looks really idyllic. It almost looks like it could be a different oh boy, what's that thundering? Everybody get to the windows here, and there's Vidu. That's a very smoky and thundery appearance of Vidu. And Vidu seems to be, body language-wise, Vidu looks very unhappy. But, okay, oh, you can do that. Okay, so we can listen in. Okay, so, only I can hear it, so I should tell you. Okay, thanks for sticking your finger in my ear. That was magic. Okay, so Vidul's talking about efficiency and time schedules. So there's Mary Bear. Oh, that seems to be who Vidul's most unhappy with. And they fall. Oh, Mary Bear is saying we're actually 30% more efficient since the show started. But Vidul says things are still off schedule. If it's 30%, then 30% more work should have been done. Okay, so they're having a little discussion about efficiency. So I guess, okay, I'll just lay it out because it's very confusing. They're really using a lot of words, and bad idea. I'll just, basically, there was an expectation of how many hours would be worked. So Vidul's thinking if everybody's supposed to work 12 hours a day, you're supposed to work 12 hours a day. Mary Bear had figured out how much work the workers get done in 12 hours. And made them 30% more efficient so they could work. They're actually working still more out. I mean, they're not working 12 hours anymore. And so in 8 hours, they were getting 12 hours of work done, but they're working 9 hours. So they're getting even more work done. But Vidul seems to be holding to the thought that, so it seems like a misunderstanding of honest, and that's what Mary Bear's saying, honest misunderstanding. Vidul's saying, oh boy, then now there's there's the mist dragon appearing this is the first time we've seen the mist dragon. It is breathtaking. It seems to be a dragon made of mist. And it's, it's not happy with Vidul or Mary Bear. Okay, this is interesting. It's actually not taking the Mr. Dragon is asking Vidul and Mary Bear what's happening, but it's usually, it's from afar, a very, very strong projection of voice. And they're both kind of explaining their sides. Okay, now the Mist Dragon's saying it needs to be fixed. 12 hours at 30% more efficiency is what we need. And now it's telling Vidul should have realized this. Now the dragon's telling Mary Bear that, so everybody's kind of watching, but it's not too tense because this just kind of feels like everybody's looking for how to solve it. Now Mary Bear owes the Mist Dragon 30% past efficiency for the time wasted. Okay, now all the Vidul's team is kind of looking a little bit awkward, and they're saying, we can make it up. We'll work 14 hours. Now the Mist Dragon is kind of letting them know who's in charge. Everyone's face is I'm here to help solve these things. But it's saying that Mary Bear owes it 30. Okay, Mary Bear says, what do you want me to do? Oh, boy. Okay. Yes, so, okay, and it's happening. The Mist Dragon is misting Mary Bear. Okay, so this is interesting. I think there's something. No, let's stop with the bad ideas. So, oh, no. So Mary Bear is no longer an animatronic, or only an animatronic. The mist being has misted and kind of taking in Mary Bear into its being as everyone's watching this and no one likes it. And is saying there, it's problem solved. Now everyone needs to get back to work. But also you could still so it's no one's comfortable. But the Mist Dragon isn't pushing the extremes either, saying, okay, now you just got to work 12 hours and then you can come use this room. But deep down, everyone's frowny-faced. Oh, hey, Fifi LaFew. Yeah, that was, okay. Oh, okay, we'll hold you. We'll hug you. Yeah, are you ready? Do you think you and the friends are ready to not be friends with Vidul? No. Okay. Oh, yeah. We shouldn't be solving anything. You're right. We should just be holding you. We'll take turns holding you while we just ponder, or I'll just ponder. So there's something happening then. Okay, so we know now this mist-based being is connected to the portal, but there is a time fuse here because why would it have to, does anyone else recognize or anybody have any ideas? Well, I have some ideas. I mean, what if we all hug each other as a group and then go hug Vidu? No, well, eventually we don't need oh, no, that wasn't that was a bad idea. He's kidding. That was actually a joke. He can actually be funny sometimes. Yeah, no, it's totally being funny. Yeah, that was a bad idea on purpose. Yeah, see? Sometimes he's accidentally funny, but it's he's subconsciously funny sometimes. Okay, so would anybody have any ideas though about this? Eleanor, go ahead. Yeah, this reminds me of one of the three Florence's tales, the trials of the Florence of the machines in the machine world. This does seem to apply a little bit here. The Florence of the machines, I never grasp it now because the Florence of the machines was a bit like, was a repair of machines like Mary Bear Repair. I don't know why I blocked that from my mind for so long. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to distill the message from the story. But basically, every once in a while, another goddess or god would come along and try to challenge Florence to be, the leader of all the machines, right? And once this one god named Bibu came along and said, I challenge you to prove you're more, more efficient than me, and Florence said, well, what is the challenge? And Bibu said, we'll gather a large number of machines. And you'll have the machines do one of the hardest things, which is repetitive tasks. And we'll have equal, everything will be equal at first. And we'll see who can continue that, because this was on, God-based time. So, GBT, different for us. This would have taken thousands of years, probably. And I don't know if I think they're juggling planets or whatever, asteroids or something. So I said, and whoever can maintain and keep it up longer wins and takes over. Now this Bibu is very shiny and very flashy. Where I guess they called it what do they call it, emo or goth or something. Like Florence of the Machine, she was much more like cover. She always had grease and mud from working on the machines and wearing an apron and a smock and all that. And she said, fine. Accept your challenge, as I have to do once every millennia or whatever. Now, what Bibu didn't tell Florence or anyone, which was in the allowable rules of God-based competitions, is Bibu was from a lineage of gods and demigods and planets that were living that were creators of cogs and widgets, Cogsley Widget Works or something. And so Bibu's plan was to, instead of maintaining all the machines under Bibu's care, was to replace their parts even before they wore out, not to do maintenance, with the idea that that would optimize everything, and then all the machines would always be new. And Florence knew this and knew that, there would be a while where Bibu would look like clearly Florence was going to lose and Bibu was going to win. But because of chaos theory and metal fatigue theories that Florence had much more knowledge of, what Florence called, which is interesting because this is one of the sayings, the power of Greece, that's one of the things that unites all the Florences. And when people get lost and they just, like the person we encountered earlier who just was into Florence and the Hendersons, the power of the Greece alone is not enough to sustain all three Florences. But the power of the Greece is something that's well known. And we believe in the power of Greece. Give it some Greece. So Florence was, and this was like, at least in, as far as gods and people that could observe this was big news and everyone was following it along. But no one understood except for Florence, the machine of the machines. And so it looked like all was lost, and Florence just kept greasing the machines, fixing them as needed. And it was kind of dull and laborious. And smelly and whatever. Some of the machines would be sputtering and whatever. Florence just went along maintaining the machines. Where whatever, I forgot who their name was. They could like just because I'm trying to kept replacing the machine parts and then even building new, replacing the machines almost entirely. But eventually it all came and Florence's machines, even as they aged, were able to age gracefully in a way that the motion kept going much longer. It all fell apart for Udo. And it didn't work out. That's the end of my tale. Okay. This is, I'm not exactly sure I'm following you, but that was a good tale. I think I think I'm going to have to take some time to process it. But I think what we need to do is come up with some kind of plan here, because what I was thinking is that there is some sort of time pressure on the Miss Dragon. And there is something like this isn't all is lost situation right now. I mean, maybe I'm deflecting from the fact that Mary Bear's been and then we're still trying to hold Fifi LaFleur and I'm watching all the other team members of Vidu and the friends hugging each other and comforting each other. And they have comfort, right? But something about the Miss Dragon and Vidu is just focused on time and efficiency. Oh, so that's what you mean. Like, give it a little grease. Like, tears are like grease in that sense, huh? And tears and hugs are just like grease. I don't know how we're going to make tears and hugs and not, but we're going to have to stop Vidu, because I don't think they're going to let us stop Vidu either. No one is. But let's rest here in our little holiday hangout and then we'll move on and we'll get this figured out. Maybe, I hope. So yeah, also, Eleanor, your story kind of put everybody else to sleep. So good night, everybody. All right, everybody, this is Scoots. I wanted to thank some people who signed up for the referral program. We got some longtime referrers that have hit some numbers, and some newer people working their way towards it. Sign up if you want to support the show for free. And starting at some point in November 2023, you could get access. This will probably come out after that. Now I'm thinking about it, but that's fine. But yeah, so let me run through. So let's see. Casey had 2 page visits, no referrals yet. Let me see if I can look at this in a different way. We got Joe, 13 page visits, 4 previews, 2 referrals. Okay, then we got a bunch of people that has signed up but haven't. Blub, Eden, Candace, Katie, Allie, Alex, Danielle, Phil, and Thomas. They're probably getting ready to share. Thanks for signing up. Fred has 1 page view. Thanks, Fred. Ginger, 6 page views. So not any referrals yet. Samson, Kelsey, Jenna, 3 page views, 1 referral. Thanks, Jenna. Petra, just signed up. Michelina, 28 page views, 11 previews, and 2 referrals. All right. Micah, 1 page view. Hannah, 4 page views, 1 referral. So when you hear those smaller ones, it's usually like a really effective post, like, hey, this is my favorite episode and this is why. Or on it, like commenting on a post and saying, oh, no, this is what I sleep to and this is why I like it. Cody, 3 page views. We've got Alexis, 3 page views, 1 preview. Lex, 3 page views, 1 referral. All right, Lex. Lori, 1 page view. Mary, 15 page views. Aiden, 2 page views. James just signed up. Sarah, 5 page views, 1 preview, 1 referral. Thanks, Sarah. Heidi, 22 page views, 8 previews, and 5 referrals. So Heidi, this was a while back. I don't know if Heidi, if you're still listening and you're still referring people, once November 2023 comes, you'll be getting that coupon coming in there. Bruce, 12 page views. MJ just signed up. Leggy, 11 page views, 5 previews, 3 referrals. All right, Leggy, you'll be also hearing from us. Kathy, 6 page views, 4 previews, not any referrals yet. Well, it kind of depends on your pitch and the context. It's not a reflection on, that this is kind of how they say it, if you're part of a conversation. So we got Stephanie, 10 page views, 1 preview. Amy signed up. Griffin signed up. Mary, 1 page view, 1 preview. David, 6 page views, 2 previews. Mal signed up. Louisa, Nick, Mark, 1 page view. Elena just signed up. Faith, 5 page views. Tanya, 5 page views, 2 previews. Morgan, Tara, Christina signed up. Lorinda signed up. So yeah, thanks everybody for signing up and being willing to, it's a huge way to show your support for the podcast, spreading the word, letting people know about it, and getting rewarded for it. So if you're in a position to support the show directly, that's the best way to do it. And you can do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. That'll get you access to our premium stuff. Sleep With Me as a service. You could also support the sponsors if you like listening to an ad-supported show and you want it to be available there whenever you need it. Supporting the sponsors is a huge way to help, and letting me know at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. Or if you're not in a position to support the show or the sponsors, but you do want to support the show directly, sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer is where you could do that and get rewarded. So if you can't afford to pay for Sleep With Me as a service, we say, hey, I want some of that sweet service. You could do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. Thanks and good night, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. Just wanted to tuck you in. You probably heard me talking about Sleep With Me Plus. It's based on how you listen to the show and 10 years of feedback. So we have a podcast with ad-free episodes without the supporter zone, without the thank yous at the end. We have a podcast with story-only episodes, no music at all. We have another podcast, depending on the tier, that has all intro episodes and on extra long compilations of themed episodes like TNG or Great British Bake Off or some of our stories. And then we have a bonus feed full of bonus content. And you could get a 7-day free trial by signing up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. And if you're not in a position financially to support the show, totally understand that. We've got our referral program. People are earning 6 months of ad-free and story-only episodes. We've had a couple people earn 3 months, and I'm sure they're working their way to 6 months. I haven't checked today. And you could sign up for that, and you just have to share your link with people. It's sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer, REFER. And you just have to refer them to the free podcast. If they subscribe to the free podcast in a free podcast app, you'll get credit. And yeah, as you bring people in, 3 people, get you 3 months of ad-free, story-only episodes, 6 people, 6 months. So get over there and sign up for one of those as I tuck you in. Thanks.